Okay.
So, Nigeria is what? A pit of hell. It is a cancerous demon. Until you cut it off, before you can see humanity breathe well. So, this is what was to happen in 1966, January 15, that led to the coup of our soldiers. In order to avert this, they had to carry out the coup. Now, look at what is happening today. What is different from what Colonel Obosi just explained, which led to the coup of January 15, 1966? Is it not the same landlord explained out today? Is it not the same invasion and threat? Haven't you seen that Islamic imam sits down on an international television and then tells you that the head of Tinubu's wife as the vice president, as the president's wife, deserves to be cut off for being a leader of an infidel? Do you see the point? This is in 2024. And the videos are there, trending on the social media. The DSS has not gone to pick them. Nigerian Army has not called for his detention. Nigerian Air Force have not done anything. Nigerian Navy has not done anything. The president of one Nigeria does not even have the power to do that. Because if he now exercises such power, they will say he's a dictator. That is how you will hear it, that Tinubu is a dictator. But this Act of 2017 of One Nigeria as amended that said that anybody that knows about the conspiracy or have an idea of a kidnap or torture or conspiracy or thought or even whispers and knows about where they are planning to go and kidnap somebody, and then they kidnap that person and then torture the person, but you are aware and then you refuse to bring it to limelight, that you are liable to 20 years term in prison. Does that law play out? It doesn't, because there is no law. There is no rule of law. So the same template that Fulani Islamic Jihad tried to implement in 1804 under Usman Dan Fodio is what they later tried to implement again in 1966 of January, that made our gallant soldiers to do what? To carry out the coup of January 15. It is that same template after 60-something years that they have now tried to come up with again. The same template of the Islamic Jihad invasion that will take everybody on our way, slaughter everybody's head. That is why when they saw that the tenure of Buhari is done and dusted, even when he died, they decided to prolong it so that they can extend and buy more time for the Islamic Jihad conquest. They brought an impostor in, that one continued to answer his name. ECOWAS admitted his death at the first time. When they brought another person to tell them this is another person, they accepted the same person again to continue as his name again, because they were buying time. Now, they gave Tinubu a condition. Yes, Tinubu, you have spent so much money for this Islamic Jihadist party for the past 8 years. You were supposed to enter the second term, but we still carry impostor put to continue. Yes, now it is your turn, because Tinubu is the leader of the APC. He has spent all his money inside of it. It's a business enterprise. Yes, you are going to comment, but it must be Muslim ticket, which is equals to Islamic Jihad, restoring the dignity of Islam to make sure we Islamize the entirety of everyone in this country. Tinubu said, no problem, let us go. I subject to it. Give me the paper, let me sign. Tinubu signed the paper. They went inside. After they don't finish. Now, Tinubu, why are you not living up to your own expectations? Is this the truth that we sign? Tinubu now come begin to show them Agbero pattern. Tinubu come begin to show them drug lord pattern of mentality. He said, make una wait, time never reach, make una wait. You now see the fury coming out from them. That is why they are unleashing all the terror that they have in the daytime, the one they have in the night, the one they have in the noontime. That is why you sleep and wake up, you hear that 50 people, 500, 200, 150, 30, 20, 111 have been massacred in the far north and middle belt. But you know what is good at this very time? We have men and women which we have not made the mistake and allowed them to die for nothing, who are now ready to stand, sacrifice their lives to defend motherland. Yes. Because during the time of Ojukwu, Iransi made the mistake of trying to reunify the Fulani Islamic jihadists with the entire Nigerian people. In the course of doing that nonsense, we ended up losing over thousands of our gallant, trained men and women of the federal military government that were of the Biafran extract, who were supposed to have stand their ground to defend motherland when duty called. But Iran's stupidity led them to their early graves. Philip Effiong was his right-hand man. He removed him from there and brought Fulani to come and stand as his right-hand man. So that is to tell you that God allowed that to happen so that Philip Effiong will now be around our eternal leader, Ojukwu, when it was time for them to plan together. Had it been, Ironsi did not remove Philip Effiong as his right-hand man and then bring Fulani, when they came to take his head, they would have taken Philip Effiong as well. But God gave him that intuition to do that, so that Philip Effiong will now go and wait and serve as a David and Gideon that is needed in the time of war, alongside Ojukwu.
Military Academy, UK. We lived together. Uzogu was our first head of military intelligence and uncovered terrible plans to wreak havoc across the country.
Uncovered terrible plans of the Islamic jihadists to wreak havoc across the country of one Nigeria. This was not to wreak havoc in the Biafran region, not in the northern, not in the southern, or not in Oduduwa, not in Benin Kingdom, not in Biafra land, the Holy Smith. No, it was to wreak havoc in the entirety of Nigeria. The sole aim was jihad.
We organized a group of progressive military officers to carry out a coup on 15 January 1966 to stop a jihad.
To stop a jihad, we organized a coup in January 15, 1966, to stop a jihad. Can you understand it now? Let me drag it back so that you hear it from my corner.
Jihad and bring a group of progressive military officers terrible plans to wreak havoc across the country. We organized a group of progressive military officers to carry out a coup on 15 January 1966 to stop a jihad.
To stop the jihad. It is that same jihad that the Biafran Republic government in exile today are standing their ground to stop. They can carry out that jihad in the far northern Kafanchan. They can carry it in the Oduduwa land, who are the helpers of the Fulanis to massacre other people. The Middle Beltans, we are extending our hands of fellowship to them. They should stand up and their brothers and fathers and children and women should be ready to fund their volunteer armies, because nobody is funding the Biafran army. It is Biafrans that are funding their army. So if the Middle Beltans comes out with their funds and their volunteer army, they will be alive. Because nobody, America will not come to fight terrorists for you. UK will not come to fight terrorists for you. Europe will not come to fight terrorists for you. All they will only do is to look at how the escalation of the terror is going. And then they will look for where they will have interest or value. They will check where there are resources. They will check where there are hard minerals. They will check where there are crude. And then they will go to have a truce so that when they give you weapons to fight the other end, they will now get something back in return. That is what America, that is what Europe, that is what UK are doing. The only set of people that will come to look at you, to fight for you, and to make sure you are totally free, not coming to wreak your resources, is what Russia is doing, is what Israelis are doing. So you'll now hear from our colonel. They mobilized the coup of January 15, 1966 to stop the jihad and bring sanity to a Nigeria stripped in nepotism, corruption, and mass murder. Is nepotism not happening today? Is corruption not happening today? Is mass murder not happening today? When Buhari was in power, it is only Fulanis that you heard of what? Being the army chief, being the service chiefs, being the Air Force, being the Navy, being everything in charge of security. You came to the IGP of police, it was Fulani. You came to Maritime Authority, Nimasa, it was Fulani. You went to everywhere, it was Fulani. The only place they used their brain to set a trap was where they carry Godwin Emefiele, put him in central bank, so that they will order him and put him at gunpoint and tell him, sign this paper. He will sign. You are signing in on the command of the president. He will sign. After he signed, finish. Today now, they now put him in one chance. They are not holding the president now, but they are holding the central bank governor. So you're trying to tell me that the central bank governor faked the signature of the president of the country, or he took decision signing documents to release money and to fund money to terrorists when the president of the country did not endorse it. Is that what you're telling me? Who is a fool here? Or you people think that Biafrans are so silly that they don't understand the games people are playing? Kill a dog and give it a bad name, while the real person that carried the bone has gone with the bone. Eat the meat, finish, bring the bone back, and then hang it on the mouth of the dog. And the dog now, because everybody can't see dog with the bone, now dog now we go kill. You hear am? But the person will actually chop the flesh where they for the bone. He don't chop and finish. You don't work. He carry the bone, come back, come chook and put for the mouth of the dog. The dog, now everybody can see with evidence of bone. Nobody wants to know whether dog been chop the flesh or whether he no chop. But because now him, they can't see with bone. Now you be the person where they go carry.
And bring sanity to Nigeria, steeped in nepotism, corruption, and mass murders.
These are all what was happening that necessitated the coup of January 15, 1966. It was all about jihad. And it is the same jihad that is playing out here. So, a repetition of what had happened 60-something years ago has come to repeat itself in our own time. Our forefathers resisted, and it is now our own time and our call to resist. The offensive must be intensified. We need more guns and bullets. We need more funds. You need to go into your drawers and covers, open it, and then bring out the €1, the €2, the 5, the 10, the 20, the 100 that you have. The 1,000, the 2,000, the 5,000 that you have. Some of you drink the best of whiskey. You drink the best of wine. You drink the best of champagne. Some of us in Europe and America, UK, we are dying in cold. Cold, they smoke our nyash. Cold, they smoke our nyash. But we are working, gnashing our teeth to make sure we have ends meet. Working and smiling. This is called suffering inside cold and smiling because you have no choice. You have to do it because it is the alternative that they have given you. They created a system that will be unworkable. Then they now pick all your resources, take it over to UK, Europe, America. Then they call all of you and say, come over to this side. This is where the work is. But what has created the work is taken out from your own very land in Biafra land and in Nigeria area. They take everything out. They now take it to these other countries that knows the importance of job creation to their people. Then they now come and put you on a very high scale of getting visa. If you can get visa, you come home. If you cannot get visa, stay back home. Then all of you will suffer. You pay so much money to get visa to go and get the same job that was taken away from your communities. Your resources is what is producing the job. So, Biafrans all over the world, Prime Minister's visit to Africa tomorrow by 6 p.m. is not just to the African people. I am calling on all Biafrans. I am calling on all Biafrans from all over the globe. If it takes our Prime Minister to visit or tour around the country or tour around the continent, every day we will do it if it is all about getting funds. Because Biafra land cannot be allowed to be under siege again. Biafra land cannot be allowed to be in the hands of the terrorists. What you need to do is to go and bring all you have to come and support your liberation. Hamas terrorists have been deployed. You now see that Hamas terrorist leader, which Israel is looking for, is harbored in Nigeria now. He is in the north. He's in the northern part of Nigeria. And you saw him on a one-on-one interview with Shehu of Channels Television. The Hamas terrorist leader did not speak from Hamas. He did not speak from America. He did not speak from Palestine. He spoke directly in the same studio in whether Lagos or Abuja with Shehu in Nigeria, a mass terrorist leader who said he is justifying the genocide, the slaughter, and the massacre of the babies, women, and children and men of Israel of October 7. He said it from Nigerian soil. He did not go to Nigeria himself alone. He went with his entourage because there is a contract deal with one Nigerian government that the thing and ore and Californium in one Nigeria has to be digged out and explored for them to use the money derived from it to acquire more weapons to be able to fight the Islamic Jihad. Like we told you before, that the terrorists in Hamas are a replica of the Fulani Islamic jihadists in Nigeria. So they have come unanimously, openly, seated on Nigerian Television Authority inside Nigeria, broadcasting to the entire world directly for you to understand that it is not business as usual. That they don't mean play, that they mean business. After all, Gumi have been coming to tell you, if you kill one Fulani, if you kill one cow, that they will kill all of you. And he used to speak it on the Nigerian broadcasting television. Did anybody stop him? So what is the difference now that you now see the Hamas terrorist leader on the same seat, speaking boldly and advocating for more women and babies and children to be massacred in the name of Islamic Jihad? Biafrans all over the world, Prime Minister's visit is to see all of us awoken from our slumber, to let us know the need of us to support this liberation, to let us know that your 1,500 francs CFA is very important now, that your 5,000 CFA is very important, your 10,000 CFA is very important. You may see it as your 15,000 CFA to be $30. You may see it to be $25 and say, oh, it is not big. No, it is big money. You will now see your Nigerian naira that has devalued to nonsense. Now is $1 to 1,900. So when you say 1,900 is nothing, no, $1 is something. Bring them. Those of us in Libya, those of us in Cape Verde, those of us in Senegal, those of us in Mali, those of us in Gambia, those of us in Cote d'Ivoire, those of us in Angola, those of us in Guinea Equatorial, those of us in Benin Republic, those of us in Burkina Faso, those of us in Niger, those of us in Kenya, those of us in every part of Africa. Please wake up and come to the fore. I know some of you may say, oh, the visit is an impromptu. Yes. In freedom fighting, everything must be impromptu. You don't need a comfort time for everything to happen because the terrorists don't give you all the time. You have to be at alert, plan and execute and be ready because anything can happen at any time. So to all Biafrans now who are not resident in Africa, don't leave it for only the African people. Come out tomorrow en masse, join and support, and make this day a memorable one. Because the Islamic Jihad of 1966 that led to the coup of January 15 is the same template of today. And today, the Hamas terrorists, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told you, that they are coming, that ISIS and ISWAP are coming, that they are coming as a colony, that they'll come and join forces with the Boko Haram and the Fulani Islamic Jihad in one Nigeria, when he said, Uchemefo, play this video to them every time to remind them that I made this video in 2015. It is happening today. It is happening today. If you are waiting to hear that the name resonates the same way as MNK pronounced, then that means you're not a student of instinct. You don't work with your brains. That terrorist that MNK was telling you, they are here. Remember that ISIS and ISWAP had arrived in Nigeria before? Now, Hamas terrorists are coming to join hands with them. You see all these Yoruba nonsense people writing rubbish, turning their heads upside down. I want them to go and sanction this Islamic imam. Because when the Fulani terrorists are writing all sort of junks against the Biafran people and our leader and our prime minister, they are the people to take the lead in spreading the nonsense. So the die is cast for the Yoruba nonsense media. Let them go and take care of the Islamic jihadists. So to this very end, I salute the Amazonian people. I salute the Biafran people. I salute all Biafrans that have been listening to us and those that will listen to us later on. Tomorrow is the day the Prime Minister of BRGIE visit Africa. Come out en masse, Bring your funds in the name of your bullet. Bring your funds in the names of intensifying the guns that we have and multiplying it. Let it spread and let it ring, and let the rain of fire, of festival, of liberation of Biafra continue to burn. Let the numbers of the terrorists continue to go up. Let the numbers of the terrorists continue to go up, while the Biafra Defense Forces will be minusing their numbers. Plus 500 of them were down already, and we are telling them to continue coming because Biafra Defense Forces will outnumber them. The madness in our own liberation is that we will open your flanks up. We will open the front for you. You will walk in. We are the one that will help you to open your flanks down. Your flanks will be opened down as you move into the front that we have opened up in Biafra land, just like it is happening. That is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told people, but you did not understand. It is happening now. Everything that man said is happening. We open a front for you. You walk into Biafra land. As you walk into Biafra land, your flanks are open up. The terrorists that you created are coming in. Before Musa finishes in Biafra land, decide to look back to his community. Thousands and millions have been butchered and they are gone. You want to go back to your community? You want to go back to go and mourn? No, come back to Biafra land first. Come and fight in Biafra land and kill Biafrans. Then you will understand what it means to have a prophet that sees road, that listens to Chukwukike. Even inside detention, Chukwukike is giving him sustenance. I salute all Biafrans. All we need now is money. Do not be distracted of anything that is happening. With money, we can move the mountain because that is what we use to acquire the guns, the bullets, and every weapon that we need. I implore every media team to inculcate fundraising in every awareness that you are making. Please, henceforth. And remember to cast your vote. We are still in the first phase of the early voting of the Biafra self-referendum 2024. Have you casted your vote? Have you helped others out? What are the challenges that you are facing? Let us know as we continue. No protest for the Biafran people because Biafran people have learned their lessons and they have had enough. They have had enough of the deception. They have had enough of the Takia system. They have had enough of the massacre whenever they hit the street. The time for protesting has come and gone. It is time for action. Now is fire for fire. While some of you are hitting the street in other parts of Nigeria, the Biafran Defense Forces are hitting the bush to kill every terrorist that are coming in. All the Afon jazz, you will go down one after another. The terrorists coming to Biafra land, you are welcome as we start the next phase of the festival of fire. But remember to call your friends and families and tell them that your will that you have written is for them to sit down and drink palm wine or zobo when they hear that you are no more and you are gone in Biafra land. Our own is to send you to Chukwukike. Chukwukike will now go and decide what your judgment will be. We are just making sense. Thank you to Biafran people. Minister of the Gospel, Kama is real. Win-win. I see you there. King Owuka, I see you. Nonso, I see you. Kodatisan, Chukuma, Eze, Mazi Chedera, Veteran Dragon, Amauche, I see you. Easy Media, John Repository, Jaja, God, Timothy, Christopher, Okochukwu, Frank, Obi, Chicago, Mouthpiece, Biafran Queen, Queen Beauty, Archbishop, Casey, David, Stella, Otu Mwamwanya, my minister, Matt Nwa Shimon, Biafra Shitson, Agujegbe, Mazi Emeka, Jack Obiora, Ogochukwu Ebere, Clara Dims, Mwayoma, Faith, I see all of you, Augustina, Ngozi, Bridget, Wally Biafra, please, I count your blessings and I name them in multiples, as time may not permit us to call everyone's name. I salute all of you and I love you all. Unity of purpose is our cause, and it is Biafra first. Every personal interest aside, Biafra first. I love you all. My co-host, let's have a good time with Biafrans to speak before we call it a day. I salute all of you and I thank you all for the good work that you're doing. Let's keep the fire burning. They are getting the message. Thank you so much. My co-host, Kama is real. Win-win. Over to you guys, please.
Good evening, dear friends, lovers of freedom. I greet each and every one of you. My minister, Minister Sonia Barawa, thank you so much for today's episode. Thank you for bringing it to our notice for the visitation of our able Prime Minister. We shall be live to welcome him in Africa. I welcome each and every one of you. My brother Jaja Godson, maybe I can come down to the speaker while you take the co-host. I don't know, network has been disturbing you since the thing, now.
Don't worry. Let's. We are trying to reserve his voice because he has been co-hosting for like the past 4 hours. So he's been talking, talking, talking. We
Oh,
want his
oh,
voice to work for tomorrow so that he can take some wine ahead of tomorrow morning.
exactly. So I welcome each and every one of you. My brother, United States of Biafra, I just want to commend you for your brilliant question to that idiot there who is co-hosting with the British. But that your question would have directed to the host himself, because that host is being biased with his question to the terrorists that visited Nigeria. So he should have been like, what are the measures people of Nigeria taking for disintegration of Nigeria? Not by talking. He is British. So I thank you so much for that. Those questions was okay. I tried to like request Mike, but he was just declining me. By then, Jaja has gone. So thank you so much for that. I want to, welcome each and every one of you on this, space. If you want to speak, you raise up your hand. Why we do it in accordance. Thank you so much. And Kama Israel, let me just make it very snappy for others to, take mic. Kama Israel, you can go. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Able Minister Sonny Akbarawa. Thank you, Win-Win. Thank you, everyone that...
Can we
can you hear me?
hear Kama? I can't hear him. Win-win. Can you hear?
Myself, I can't hear him as
Yes, I
well.
can.
I can't hear him.
You can
I
hear
cannot
him.
hear him.
I can hear you.
Okay,
Okay.
let's bring him down and bring him up again
Bring him down.
to refresh
Bring
his
him.
network so that everyone can hear him since he is a co-host. It's good. His network is working properly. So Kama will come up again. Pick your network. If you dey owe person wey borrow your network, I beg pay back so that the person go allow you to sustain. Say Jaja God they always borrow network. You no go pay the first one back. You go want to collect another one, and they go they reject the network. So, Kama are you back? Check.
Yes, I'm back now.
Okay, thank you. I hope say you don't pay the one where you borrow before. Make you not do like Jaja God. So Jaja God don't like to pay one.
All right. Thank you so much, our Able Minister Sonny Akbarawa. Thank you, Win-Win. Thank you, everyone in this space. I greet you all from my side. Um, Please, I just want to request. There are so many people requesting the mic, so and we're trying to time. Even if it's 2 minutes, 3 minutes, make it snappy. And as soon as you're done, I will take you down, or when we take you down, so that more people can come up and speak before we call it a day. Thank you so much. This is another wonderful opportunity for us to air our mind, and also invite everyone, as our Prime Minister is visiting Africa. Is another opportunity to win souls, to the kingdom. Biafra is the best kingdom, so you can win as many souls as you want, bring them in so that they will experience uh, the best uh, harmony, the best love, the best uh, tranquility that they can ever think of. Biafra is setting a pace, and we are setting up a template for the rest of Africa. And that is what we have started. We're not waiting until we get to Biafra. We're doing it now. So everything we're doing is more or less setting up is the skeleton of what you're gonna see in Biafra. So take it serious. When you talk to people, talk to them with pride. You're a Biafran. You are not any other thing. You're not in Nigeria. You're a Biafran. Explain to them where Biafran is. Is in West Africa, between Ambazonia and the Nigeria. So if the person want to know more, let him ask Google, or Google it, as some people will say. Google it, and the Google will tell you more about Biafra. So we are everywhere. Yeah. Surprisingly, if you search for any of the people that are here currently on Google, it will bring up the X or Facebook and all that to show you that we are interconnected. So that's why it's important to share the message of our Prime Minister, and to share the message that is coming from the ministers, or every one of us. Any message that is actually propagating the good news, trying to share it, because we are putting Biafra in the map. We are putting it in the map so that it will make it easier for people anytime they search for Biafra, or when they are searching for something related to Biafra, it will just pop up straight away. That's why you have to keep sharing it so that the algorithm will pick it up quickly. Thank you so much. Um, yes, we are winning the war, and I'm glad that they are falling in numbers, and they will keep falling uh, until there is no leg left on them, there is no hand left on them, there is no wing left on them, even until they have no head, so that they cannot see or hear. And then, of course, they will go down completely so that the sun will rise. I appreciate everyone online at the moment. Thank you. Win-win, take over.
Okay, thank you so much, Kama Israel. Um, Thank you for that submission. Without wasting any time at all, let's call on Jaja. Jaja, please unmute yourself and speak to Biafrans. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Abba. Dear friends, thank you. Our own Minister of Information, Sonny Abarawa, I salute you. Kama Israel and Win-Win, my brother, I salute you also. I salute each and every one of you, Stella, my sister, everyone, all protocol duly observed, King Omoka, everyone is in Lydia. I salute everyone. There's not much time. I want to say something on the Biafran visit to Africa tomorrow. I want to say that the Prime Minister is coming home. He's coming home. He's coming home to announce to Africa that our freedom is in our hands. So the turn up we have tomorrow, we send a very strong signal to the whole world and to our Prime Minister. It will go a long way to encourage him, because he's been toiling the whole Europe. Europeans might have done a lot of things to encourage him, but we at home, we have to encourage him more. because this is the place we are fighting to protect, not Europe. We are fighting to protect home. So those
Jaja,
that
I
are
can't
control.
hear you inside the space, but I'm listening to you from YouTube because we are streaming out, but there is noise coming out from your background. Maybe you can tell the people around there to reduce or you move over to silent, or if it is television, you try to reduce the television voice, or whether it is radio, please. The noise is so much and it is even more louder than your voice.
I think I know why. Jaja, go inside your car, please.
Not inside my car. I have off the television, the
Maybe if you
level
have a
television.
point, Jaja, no go create problem for the location. You just find another place. Find another place where they comfortable.
I don't want to comment on what you said earlier because the only person that borrows network is you, and you borrowed it and you kicked me out from the other account of mine. I can't access the space with the other account, but I came in with this one because I always have network. So what am I saying? Our prime minister is coming home tomorrow, and we at home must have to do something that will tell him both in and out that the people at home is with him. Just like he gave the testimony, he was the one that shared it, that the people at home in Africa, Africans are leading on that e-voting. So we want to be leading in everything, both in how we are going to assure them tomorrow that we are ready for our freedom. So all Africans, I'm calling on all of you and those that will come to support, because we are all Africans, to wake up. Tomorrow is the D-Day. Do not lose guard. Our BDF need to be formed. If you are not seeing what is happening now with the Hamas visit and everything that the jihadists is doing, they don't have time again. They don't want to hide anything again. They are now making it open that we are in for jihad, whatever you want. And I want to tell you one thing. Fulani cannot just hang up. Fulani cannot just give up. Fulani will not go down without a fight. They must have to fight. They must have to do something, even if they know that they have already been defeated, but they will still do something. And I pity those that are very close to them because they will invent everything on them. Because Biafra land is very far, they cannot reach it, not in a million years, like our leader would say. So thank you so much, Biafrans. We are here to do one thing alone, and that is Biafra. And that Biafra is the only thing that we will have. It doesn't matter who is supporting us and who is not supporting us. And I want to tell every one of us here again, we the Biafrans has recognized ourselves as a nation. Every other recognition is secondary. The only thing that sends out the message is when you recognize yourself as a person. That is when other people will recognize it. Because Anade said, dress the way the people wear. So Biafrans are dressed and we have addressed ourselves before others will. In one of the Igbo adage said, that if tried, Biafrans today have recognized ourselves as a sovereign nation. It doesn't matter if the UN recognizes it, US recognize, we don't care. The only thing is that we have recognized ourselves as a sovereign nation, and that time is fast approaching this year. So thank you so much, Biafrans. I salute each and every one of you. God bless you. Win-win, Kama, and our Minister of Information. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. No, so please, before you go, let's go to Code Artisan. I don't even know. Looking from his Code Artisan, please unmute your mic and speak to us. Code Artisan, are you there? Okay, and also give us that your thunderous voice, please. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. This one our own. So, and I really want to appreciate our host, which is our minister here, Mazi Sonia Barawa. Good evening, sir, from here. And I also want to appreciate each and every one of us and our last speaker, Mazi Jaja. Much love from my end. And I also want to use this medium to appreciate what our Prime Minister is doing for us. I want him to understand that we, especially we in our own time, we the youths of Biafra, we love him so much. And we really appreciate. And since he's taking his tour to coming back home, and I expect much love. I expect our people to participate so that we'll be able to, share ideas and those things that you need to know and those things that you need to get some clarification. You will have the opportunity to speak with our Prime Minister. He's a very, very loving man. He's a nice man. He's a kind man. So he's also good in actions also. So thank you very much. And straight away to the Hamas terrorists in the zoo. You see, it's very, very pathetic that today the so-called Nigerians who call themselves Nigerians are unaware of what is going on in the zoo right now. So they are even waiting to hear from our own space or from our mouth before they will verify or try to make a research. It is so what sad. And this is the reason why I say, because of this foolish ignorance, the kind of karma that will come before these people, but one thing I just want us to understand, if you watch when we was, I don't want to go more further concerning the last one was there, just where we all, among everybody who was picking up the mic, it was just only two people that was objective among us. And where was the rest, meaning Nigerians? Why were they there coming up or having the opportunity to pick up the mic or to make their opinion or to say anything? It is because the truth has been vindicated. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has been vindicated, and so many of them today have come to realize. You see those people that came there and was trying to paint it up and down. It's just that they were just part of those agents that we are talking about. So that is the reason why we shouldn't take this kind of people serious. They can come with Chukwudi or Emeka or whatsoever. Why are they not coming with Ogene? Is it only Chukwudi that is Biafra? Why are they not coming with Kewe? So this is one thing we should understand. So our eyes is already on the sun. So we are focused and nothing is going to distract us. If they like, let them pretend as if they are waiting for China's TV to come and knock on their door to tell them that Hamas is already in their village. So that one is left for them. As for we, the Biafrans, we are doing the needful and we will never back down until we get it done. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is still held illegally. So that is the reason why we have to hasten our and double our efforts in whatever we are doing to make sure we defend our land and for the Biafra redeclaration. So please, my brothers and sisters, without taking much of our time, I would like us to please encourage each and every one of us, just like as our Prime Minister has said, because it pains me so much, especially we in the diaspora today. Especially we in the diaspora today, majority of us here are from different parts of the countries, especially in Europe or in America or Asia. But we hardly find, maybe for example, I'm in Portugal. I don't know if I hardly find like maybe other like 5 or 2 or 3 or 5 other people from Portugal that is also here on the space. So does it mean that as I am in Portugal as a whole, I'm the only Biafra here? So is it what are they waiting for? Are they waiting for the declaration? When Biafra has been declared, that is when they will not be popping up, when our liaison offices is not functioning. From Italy, the same thing. How many of you are here? How many of you are from Germany? How many of you? We hardly find them. I know the people from the Biafran land are taking over the space. There are even more here. So please, we should try to encourage each other. We should try to make sure that we use this platform and this media that we have to make sure in this critical time that this message is preached, because it is so obvious that the world, and especially Britain and the America, they are really supporting this terrorism and what is going on, especially in Biafra land. Because now, if the BBC or Jazeera up to this moment, because it has not lasted more than 24 hours, and yet they have not seen anywhere in any of those public news, apart from the Chinese Zoo television, the Zoo Terrorist TV, that have published that video, because so many people are still asking questions. But until we post that video on Twitter space before they can verify, because it is nowhere to be found on BBC, why are they keeping quiet and why are they silent? And let them remember that the life of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is at stake. Because if a terrorist like that, somebody like Hamas, who have committed atrocity that the whole world, that Israel have risen against, continue today, I surface in Nigeria since all this while. Now, if the whole world, especially Britain and America, if they are still keeping quiet, I wonder what their citizens are doing if they are not asking questions. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. And before I go to another person, there is a question you ask here that I just want to probably answer you from my own knowledge. You said, why are they not coming? That you only see, why must they come with Chikwudi? Of course, the answer is that Chikwudi is the foolish person. That person who wants Nigeria. He is the one Nigerianist. Chikwudi is the only person who could go to Kano and buy his land in Kano, build his own house in Kano. Chikwudi would go to Lagos, buy land beside a sea, where a gutter, beside a sea, drainage area, where you can't even breathe well. Buy a land there and build mansion there. Chikwudi is in Jigawa. The question is, how many of them are building in Chikwudi's village? They can only come with bike and then go to some nearby bush and then concoct one batcher where they will be using and raping our women. So the question is, that Chikwudi, is he not foolish? Of course. Let's answer this question within ourselves. I ran the check of that idiot speaking in that space, and I found out that that guy is a Biafran. And then the question you should be asking yourself is, what kind of food that P2B cooked and gave to these idiots? When are they going to have sense? Sometimes you will say, let's forget about them. But sometimes these people are just very annoying. You know? But anyway, they don't stop, they can't stop what we are doing. We are marching forward. We don't have time for all this. If you can chip in their space. One of our brother is always in their space. You know, sometimes I chatted him up and I say, brother, why are you always here listening to all this garbage? He said that is where he has strength. He believed that our people have been saved already. So which means
Mazi win-win. Please, I'm sorry to even bring this up here. Let's just concentrate on what we are doing. You know,
okay.
if we keep pondering on this, it's somehow, let's allow other people to have their time, because, you know, they are not relevant. I just make it brief for you to understand that their foolishness and their stupid, how stupid they are. Because let's just move on, please. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mazi. These people, they are so annoying.
We go to Code Artisans. Please, are you here or should I bring you down so that other Biafrans can speak? Code Artisan, are you here?
My brother, I've been here for long. I don't know whether you guys are seeing me. I've been here for long. I've been waiting. I never call me.
Just hold on, please. Code Artisan, are you here? Okay, Karma is ready. Please bring him down, and then let's go. Okay, go ahead, my brother. EZ Media. Just go ahead.
I greet everyone. I greet everyone. You see, the previous space is very obvious that they are coming for damage control. Each time we hit them hard, they look for a way to, reduce the tension that they are facing. For the guy to come up, they disguise in so many ways. Forget about the people that my mama say I be Igbo. My mama say I be Biafra. Understand, the owners of the land, they know themselves. And the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made it clear that we will go to this war with nothing and we will come out victoriously, that at the end we should worship Chukokikabiam. It's very obvious what is going on. For the fact Nigerian government made it public that they are working with Hamas, those intellectuals, those idiots, those one Nigerianists is telling in their faces that they are being deceived, that the British government and the Fulani are using Takia to penetrate them. That's just, they just spell out the whole thing. What the Hamas did in Israel, October 7, 2023, is it not what is going on in Nigeria on a daily basis, unabated? Who is challenging them? Nobody said the Biafrans that are challenging them. We said no, enough is enough. So they made everything public now. Let them carry their own cross. Our leader made it clear that a lot of people will die. When he said it, a lot of people thought he was joking. Is there any prophet, anything our leader proclaimed that is not going on in Nigeria? He says Somalia will be better than Nigeria, that should go and get your Somalian visa. Is it not happening? How much is exchange rate as of today? So my brother, just pray that you are among the choosing one in this struggle. And those people that are here, make sure you're clean. And make sure you last to the end of the time so that we get this Biafra. As our PM said that I will be your end. This is the last race, last running of this struggle. That he will be their end. When they kidnap our leader, they thought everything has ended. Like Muhammad came on air. He said they have cut off the head, that Biafra cannot resurrect again. What happened? That's why our leader, all his prophecies have come to pass. When he said, go and listen to Simon, that is bringing a new dimension, they thought he's joking. Is it not a new dimension that is brought now? What is going on? He's bringing a new dimension from nothing. The way they relegated him, that small boy, that in Finland, what would that join them? What would that them now? What is going on? He's showing them shagging. Why Musa is crying that they should not allow Simon Ekpa to take over the airspace. What did the Senate president say? He said that Simon is the real governor of the southeast. That everybody obeyed him. That was a prophecy fulfilled. So what left now is Biafra to come. That's where we are going now. And our men on the ground are doing the needful. Just make sure you go to www.ipobinusa.org/donate. Pay your Biafra liberation tax. We are at war, silent war. That is what is going on. All the characteristics you see in war front is going on in that zoo corporation called Nigeria. IDP camp, refugee camp, nicknamed IDP camp, is there. Hunger that is on the war front is there. Killings is there. Tell me the difference. There is no difference. It's just that it's not been pronounced. Fulani are carrying AK-47. Where do you see AK-47? In war front. So technically, we are at war. So my people, just make sure you do your part. I'm going to leave it here. Thank you for the privilege for allowing me to talk.
Thank you so much, man. This voice, my brother, I recognize this voice. And what happened to your old account, man? We have missed you, brother. What happened to your account? Okay, Kama Israel, please say something before we go to the next speaker, my co-host. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. I think what we have to understand is that majority of us are in different levels, especially in the way we understand things. And this is more like a time we have all decided to take a different measure or trying to see things from a different angle. Um, a lot of people have erred, and even our minister just said it here. A lot of people deviated, went the other side, but we are calling all of them home. So let's try as much as we can to be patient with some people. It doesn't mean that we will allow foolishness, but let's see how we can handle things and bring our brothers. If we're extending hands of fellowship to even our neighbors, we should even do more with our own brothers. But we also have to keep our eyes open, and so that we don't allow stupid people around us as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. Before we go to he gets why he gets why. Okay, so before we go to he gets why, it is a very big shame that a renowned terrorist is in the national television bragging in the zoo. It's a very big shame to a Nigerian. If you are calling yourself a Nigerian, just go to a mirror. Go to a mirror and look at yourself. If you are not seeing a baboon, a terrorist who has killed women, children, everybody is seeing it on daily basis. Even as I speak to you now, they have not stopped killing. And then they were all allowed to be interviewed in the national television where we have more than 200 million people. Sometimes I wonder what this kind of people, Nigerians, are. This kind of nonsense can never happen anywhere in the world. Which country will I call like to say it can never happen? Which of the country? It cannot even happen in Sierra Leone here, Liberia. Although these countries are better than Nigeria. A renowned terrorist is on national television bragging how he killed. And at the end of the day, somebody will be talking nonsense. My brother, you get why? Are you there?
Win-win.
Yeah.
I know you get one will be coming in a bit. Win-win.
Okay. Yeah.
You know that this year is a special year. I don't know if you guys see it from that angle as well. A lot of, surprising things are going to happen this year. And this one is one of them. Nigeria have denied, even our own brothers have denied the fact that Nigeria are sponsoring terrorists. And Nigeria is the next target they want to use, just the way they used Afghanistan, to cause 9/11. They are trying their best to use Nigeria, and Nigeria is what they're going to use to sponsor terrorism in Europe and America. And we have been saying this thing for a very long time. So this man or this group of people coming to Nigeria, exposing themselves in national television, is actually a vindication, of what we have been telling them. And the more will come to also expose them, and at the same time, tell, be like a kind of example that what we have been saying all this while, is not a lie, is a truth. We've seen it from far and near, and we know what these people are up to. So more surprises. I'm not gonna be surprised when even Afghanistan a head of state will come to Nigeria. He has already been in Nigeria anyway. But I'm talking about all some of them showing up on national television, ICC head and all that, showing up in national television in Nigeria, because all of them are in it together. Don't forget about Pantami. Pantami, the minister, previous government. Don't forget about Pantami. Pantami is a terrorist,
Kama,
you know, and then
Kama is here. Let me
yes,
tell you something. Nigerians are not denying. Nigerians are naive and criminality in nature. How can you deny number one terrorist organization in the world is ISIS and Al Qaeda? What happened in Afghanistan
Please, I don't
is an
know if I'm the only one not hearing from Win-Win, or maybe is there any other person feeling the same way? I cannot hear anything from
Who is
Win-Win, but I
speaking?
can hear from Kama Israel and any other speaker. Please, I don't know.
who is that? Who is the person?
Who is speaking?
King
He
Omuka, I cannot hear from Win-Win. I can only hear, I'm hearing from any other person, but I cannot hear from Win-Win alone.
Okay, just go out and tell him to go out and come back,
You
please.
just go down and come back. I will pick you up again. Just go down and come back.
All right, all right,
So
all right. I'll do
what
that.
I was saying, my brother, is just type on Google, Buhari donates $1 million to Afghanistan. Does it mean that Nigerians, without the deliberation of National Assembly or the executive,
These guys are
how can you
blind.
tell me these people
It
are just naive and criminals in nature? Yeah.
win-win. Don't you remember that in where they tell you said that Nigerian are walking ghosts? These people are walking dead people. They don't see those things. They don't hear those things. They have been blinded by obedience or I don't they are blinded. They're not seeing all this. They don't Google those things. Do you know that Nigeria is where somebody will come and say something, then he will say something, then a journalist will come and start defending what somebody said, and they also saying, I hope he will come and deny it. Is it not in Nigeria? Somebody will make a comment, which is a comment that is able to put fire in the whole entire Nigeria, and this is a reality. For example, Erofai, when he was in the governor, is it not him that said that he went to pay terrorists so that they will stop coming to kill people in another country, that he went other countries to pay them? Why he said this thing in Arise TV, somebody came up to defend what he said, that he wasn't the one that said it. It is a manipulation. It was a dotted voice of Erufai, a journalist, not one, not two, so many of them. These people are blind. They are completely blind, walking ghosts. I'm telling you the
They are
fact.
just naive. Let's go to Igate Y. Please unmute
Please,
yourself and speak to us. No, so I know you want to lay
please,
something up.
please, one
Just
before you get where I just go, before I just chip in because of what we just contribute last now. You see,
okay, just make it
when
10
Mazin
minutes,
Namdi
please.
Kanu said, thank you very much for allowing me. I get why, pardon me. When Mazin Namdi Kanu said the hatred that these people have for us is so big that he don't know how to compare it. I think we should now, by seeing all these things playing before our eyes, we should now use our tongue to count our teeth. We have to understand. Now, Shehu himself sitting before a known world terrorist that they are looking for, interviewing him live, one-on-one on the national TV. What was really coming in his mind? Let me tell you, with his half past one eyeglass, maybe probably he didn't know who was sitting beside him, or probably in his inner mind he will only say, yes, let them come and help them to wipe out the IPOB people, let them come and help them to fight the Biafra Liberation Army. Or maybe in his mind he will think that these people is just only the Biafran people that they are coming from. We, the Biafran people, are already defending our land, and we have already taken our stance, and we are doing it without no apologies. But you, in your own village, in your own town, there is nothing, absolutely nothing you have put. Not even you speaking for your people. Your people have been slaughtered. They are being killed in numbers. All you do is to cover up for terrorists, interviewing terrorists. Very soon, after these people have finished killing your people, remember that you will never be a scapegoat. You will never be you will never escape it. You will be the next, because after using you, they will also sacrifice you. Thank you very much. If you like, continue to do your eyeglass like 1/2 eyeglass, as if you don't see, you don't know what you are doing. Do your face like Adamu and Agidi. Don't worry. By the time Biafra will leave the zoo, your eyes will be clear. Then we catch you. I will watch you live on that CNN that you people have refused to broadcast our message. They will broadcast how you will be torn into pieces because of your evil, and nobody will even come for your rescue. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Naso. Don't mind the cowards, these Yoruba cowards. Don't mind them. You get why, please unmute yourself and speak to us.
Yeah, thank you, the host, Kama Israel, and and the listeners, and even those on the speaker section, and they compliment you guys. And some of us that were right there at the stage with our Jewish brother who was born in England, Mikhail. We all made a wonderful submission there, and my heart was warming. We all have to understand something. You know, one thing we have to understand is that we can never talk about the price of the Biafran people without mentioning the Britain, without mentioning France, without mentioning the United States of America. When we try to talk about the price of the Biafran people today, many of us, 95% of us, could literally tell that they are surprised with the sudden appearance of the Hamas leaders in Biafran territory. But I want us all to understand something about Islam, which is when the war of between Hamas and Israel started, it was just a war between Hamas and Israel. Hamken, within a space of seconds, within a space of minutes, and within a space of hours, it now turns into what we have today as religious war, whereby even the whole of Islamic nation are now coming together, forming an alliance together, which most of us and many of us were ignorant of. Most of you people were saying that Nigeria is can never be Islamized. Nigeria can never be this and that. But today, we literally, systematically, Nigeria is turning into an Islamic country. It has turned into an Islamic country, but most of you are still waiting. When you will go to Google and type, is Nigeria an Islamic country? And then Google will tell you, yes, Nigeria is Islamic. Before you will recognize the fact that Nigeria, whereas the whole thing is going on systematically. And that is the problem. I want the whole world to understand one fact. You can never talk about the peace of the whole world if you don't talk about Islam. I don't regard Islam as a religion. I regard that as an extremism. These are extremists that believe in taking human lives. It's not a religion. Any religion that is involved in taking human life is not a religion. Do you understand that? These people want to wipe out both Christians, Jewish, and every other religion. They want to have the whole world. The whole world. Let me put it this way. They want to have the whole world under one command, which is Sharia law. Which I would have loved to put it out here is that Israel, God has blessed them, but they can't deal with this part alone. They need an ally, which Biafran people will be a greatest ally in the Africa. In the African, they need to support they need to support the Biafran people. They are our greatest ally. In African, we need to find these people, jihadis. They are already afraid of us, the Biafran people, and they call us the Igbos. But surprisingly, the UK, Britain, and the rest of the Western world told us that we got no ancestors, we got no history, but we know our history. We are the tribe of God. That's what the Israelis call them, but in Biafra land, we call them God. And in our local language, we call our founder Eli, our ancestor, the founder of the Igbo people, Eli, the tribe of God. And in Israel, it is called God, Gaagathh. That is one fact we all must understand here. We, the Biafran people, we say no to Islam. For somebody like me, I stand on no. I rather die than to watch my people Islamize, knock their head on the ground, and call upon the name of a pedophile, Allah. I rather die than to watch them do that. It can never happen in Biafra territory. Before now, we have something which is called OIC, Organization of Islamic Cooperation, or whatsoever they call it. But I want to tell each and every one of us, Biafran people, no matter the kind of funding this organization gives to them, your $1 from the United States of America, all of you, the millions of you in the United States of America, your $1, the rest of you in France, your $1 from many of you that are in Germany, your $1 from many of you that are all over the world can suppress all this stuff. They have come with some of the times we have defeated them with the little we could get. Please support more, support more, support more, and more and more. There is a reason. If your $1 could have sustained this war for how many years before now, that's your same $1. Add it to 2, it will do a marvel, in fact, extraordinary, ordinary job. Okay? We, the Biafran people, we will never surrender to these terrorists that are shifting their earth down to Africa, and their main target is United States of Biafra. That's their main target. We literally not gonna give them a chance. Never you forget the war, which is Biafra first. Biafra first. That's what each and every one of them are literally running away from. Biafra first, because they know, all of them know what that means. North Korea did that to them. North Korea first, and they all run away. Which is that word simply means no to globalism and no to multiculturalism. Once you lay your foundation on these two words, you see all these Democrats and the rest of them that are championing globalism to conquer the whole world, they will all run away. I give thanks to the Biafra Republic government in exile, our Prime Minister, and also give thanks to a man like our Information Minister, MassaCRE, who has not just built media soldiers, but rather he has built media warriors, men and women that are always ready, even to sleep on the space. As far as that many people, even when they sleep, many people get to see them live on stage. Their data kept burning, but those people are able to join. I will do that, allow, even though when I see less people live on stage, I will tweet, and I will not leave the stage, I will be there, keep on with tweeting. So we get more followers, more people to follow the space. I keep on tagging so many people, both on inbox, so they will join the space. And talking about our voting referendum, we all, me, I never relent. I will continue to vote to help people to exercise their civil rights for once in their lifetime, not in the geological republic of Nigeria, but also in in this our referendum, which I would gladly want to make an appeal. Today, I try to access some like our state coordinator. I made a screenshot of that number, but I don't know. Since we started this voting, I've made switch of many email address. So the thing, I couldn't place my hand on that exact email address because ever since I logged out of that, my second to the best email address, I couldn't get access to it up till now. But I'm still due to voting, but I'm still doing that. I'm trying my best to recover the email address. So the thing is that I want, if somebody could help me with my state of residence admin, because so many people have been asking me about that, that they want to join the group. Okay, I would appreciate that. That is, I'm directing this question more especially to our information minister, Mazi Salo Apalawa. I'll try that I've been looking all my gallery, everything to add them today, to give them the number so they could join. I couldn't place my hand
Round
on
up,
this.
please.
Okay, thank you, Will. I do appreciate. I believe you all heard me. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you. So whatever information you need, you can reach out to our information minister. He's always there for us. You know, this government is one of the best of it all, and they have the capable people, people who are ready to work for their people. You know, so thank you so much. You get why. You know, I really appreciate that your submission. You know, in French language, they said fraternité, égalité. What that means is egalitarianism, basic amenities, and so on and so forth. This is what they denied our people, and our people ran away. Some got themselves in Europe and America and in Asia. But somehow reverse is always the case because these people who left our land for greener pastures and also to for their ends meet are the ones who are currently funding our government. So we appreciate you, those who are not in Biafra land, who lives in diaspora. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you for making efforts for the support of this government. Without you, in fact, Biafran people wouldn't have been sleeping all the night. Thank you so much for your contribution. We keep doing the right thing by donating. We keep doing the right thing by making all our efforts to make sure we sponsor this government. It is our government and we're going to take care of it. We're going to support it in any angle because that's our last hope. Before we go to Mazi God, Kama, do you have something to say before we go to Mazi God? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. I think you're on the right path. Like I always say, we are at the last wrap of this race. In Bible, it's called perilous time. In football, it's called injury time. And we have to do everything within our reach to sustain this momentum, this fight, and to make sure that Nigeria goes down so that the rising sun will rise high. The Nigeria must definitely go down. There is no other option. We are not gonna allow them to have that option of negotiation. The only option they have is to beg. That is the option. That is what we want to hear. We don't want to hear them coming for negotiation. We want to hear them coming to beg so that we will now decide. Because that is what I'm sensing in my spirit. That is what I'm sensing that will happen. From what is going to happen from now till October. I'm not going to be surprised because Nigeria economy will never rise again. It will only rise again if we stop. So if we don't want the economy to rise and keep going down so that Biafra will rise, let's continue what we're doing. Let's continue putting our money into this project. It's a project, and take it as if everything depends on you, that without you, this Biafra will not occur. If you take it that way, you will put everything and make it happen. I'm telling you, all of us together, we're gonna be able to attend to our potential because we have everything it takes. We lock Biafra, we build Biafra from scratch, then we export Biafra. You imagine that? That is what it's gonna be. And let's take it serious. Let's take it serious. Go ahead, win-win. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you. Mazi God, unmute yourself and speak to them.
Yes, thank you very much, my brother Win-Win. And first of all, I must greet our minister, Mazi Soni Akparawa. I also greet all ministers that are in the house. I greet all comrades. I can see many of our comrades here. And it gives me joy to have so many of them here with us. Please pardon my voice. I'm having a bit of cracked voice, but I hope I'm coming out clear, please. Am I being heard?
Yes, of course. Go ahead.
All right, thank you. I also greet my comrades of the Biafra Writers of Conscience, the BWOC. I greet the Homeland Media. I cite my brother here, David. David, I greet you. I see you. Yes, without wasting much of our time, let me just make my submission as quick as possible. Before coming to this space, I was in a particular space not too long ago. It went down. And the discussion over there was quite similar to what we are discussing right now. And I made some findings, or should I say some observations. And at this point, I am going to tell you that I am very shocked with how some of our people reason. You know, there is something really wrong with the brain of an average Nigerian, or those who call themselves Nigerians. There is something fundamentally wrong with the way they process simple information. They come out to lament, they cry, they complain, they say so many things. But at the end, when it comes to deploying the solution, you see them talking rubbish and beating around the bush. That is how unserious and how brain damage that the zoo has done to them. Why am I saying this? You know Nigeria is not working. And then you understand the history about the formation of the zoo. You know nobody was called or engaged in an agreement or GMOU before the zoo was amalgamated. And as a result of that, the system is not favorable, and rather it is now choking you on your throat. You know very well that there is a group of people called the Fulanis, whom from the beginning of the creation of the zoo, their sole ambition has been quest. They have not just said it, they have done it in the past. We all know how they took over Gobert and renamed it Sokoto. Today they have a caliphate installed in Sokoto. We all know how they destroyed the royalty of the North, talking about the indigenous Hausa kings and queens, and they gave them emir. These are jihadist tendencies. These are the mindset and modus operandi of someone who is, a die-hard, should I say, colonizer who wants to recolonize. And having known all these things, you fast forward a bit down to 1960, and you see how the fraudulent independence was given, and how people could not even stay together for just a period of 4 or 5 years. They went into a civil war. All these are as a result of the faulty arrangement and foundation. There have never been a time that the so-called Nigerians came together for a particular goal and then put in agreements and constitutions for common interest. All these things, the so-called obediots and the Nigerian youths, they know. Now, there is an escalation of a plot. When I was introduced to the document known as the Abuja Declaration of 1989 and the reaffirmation of that same declaration in the next year, which was 1989, 1990, I was shocked with what I saw on Wikipedia. And please, to the one Nigerians who are here, because I'm not talking to Biafrans right now, we know ourselves, and we have done a lot of research. To the one Nigerians who could be on space this night, I am giving you this assignment. Go and read Abuja Declaration 1989. It is there. You can get it on Wikipedia. I know over these years, they've been doing some amendments, trying to, soften the declaration. But yet, to those who have, the gift, or should I say the wisdom of interpreting what you see, you will understand how deep that document is and what is contained in it. This is where Fulanis came together, converging Abuja all over the world, saying that they will Islamize Nigeria, that Nigeria will be an Islamic state, and from Nigeria, Islam will rule over Africa and by extension to the whole world. So Nigeria is a place that they have picked, and it's a choice that they have made because they know that their forefathers conquered parts of the north, and they believe with that same method they can conquer the whole of the south, including the north. And they also know the enormous amount of deposit of natural resources found in the south and in other parts of that territory, and they want to use it to their own advantage to sponsor and fund whatever agenda that they have. And they are not hiding this fact. 3 days ago, I came across a short clip. It was a space where a Fulani man came and was telling them that Nigeria will be Islamized and there's nothing they can do about it. And this man was speaking with an American accent, which tells you he has been in America for years, where the ideology remains the same. It doesn't matter how educated they are, it doesn't matter how civilized the environment where they find themselves is. The mission is always their number one priority, and that is what brings them together, Fulani. Now he told them that they control the army, they control the police, the navy, the air force, they have all the guns, and Islamic Republic of Nigeria must happen, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. And then one of the, the speakers there asked him, what will then happen to Christians from the south and those who are not Muslims, who don't believe in Muslim ideology? And he replied them saying that if you are not okay with it, pack your load and leave Nigeria. This is somebody speaking with an accent. And he said, pack your load and leave Nigeria. What does that? I was very happy it was happening to a space where there are lots of so-called obedient and Nigerian youths. At least this is not in a book anymore. It is not in any form of document. This is somebody telling them to their face. And then I overheard one of the speakers there attacking him by telling him that he's a fucking terrorist, that he knew, hope the space was recorded. And then, having heard all this, you still hear some morons coming and start telling you, oh, there is a way we are going to do this thing, and Nigeria is our country. It is just a bad leadership, bad leaders. It is just corruption. I call them fools. They are big fools. When you do not learn from history, you allow the wrong history to repeat itself. And these guys are wallowing in that same stupidity and idiocy. And you know what pains me a lot is sometimes when I come across those who bear Igbo names, and I ask myself, are these people really humans? Do they have brains in their skull? Do they really reason? What has happened to them? What has destroyed their brain so much that, it's just like somebody whose enemy is playing around your throat with a very sharp blade. And then you think the person is just tickling your neck. And then when the person starts cutting, you say, oh, what are you doing? The person says, oh, I'm just shaving you. It's okay, I thought you were doing something else. And you keep fooling yourself until the person cuts your throat. That is the kind of stupidity that exists around those who call themselves One Nigeria and Nigerian youth. Most especially those who think they somehow they can claim Nigeria to themselves. And I ask this question. Right before your eye, as a Nigerian, I'm talking to those people right now. Terrorists have not been arrested. They are all over the country. They are being created and sponsored by just one tribe. One tribe controls more than 8 terrorist groups. And when the so-called soldiers from the south, who are serving in the north, manages to get some of them arrested, because definitely you can't just kill them. Of course, the Fulanis in the military will never allow you. The commanding officer there will never allow you touch them. Then you eventually get them arrested and you take them to barracks. And next thing, you are still in the battlefield trying to, evacuate dead bodies of your comrades who have been killed. And the next thing you're getting on the news is that those same terrorists that you just recently caught have been released because they are said to have been repentant. And then the next thing you see in a few months' time, those same group of criminals that you managed to arrest are now serving with you, wearing the same army uniform, bearing the same firearm, and then you are being deployed together to work and go after the remaining of their brothers. How do you think that soldier on ground will feel? I am asking these one Nigerians who don't reason, who have brains, and then it seems that their brains are for fancy. And today, you don't have them in detention. Today, terrorists can move anywhere, kill, and go away without being arrested, despite enormous checkpoints in various parts of the zoo. And yet, the so-called Nigerian youths and obedience have not learned any lesson at all. And I ask, is it when you are dead that you will learn? Now, a Fulani man has told you, if you are not okay with Islam, you should pack your load and leave your father's compound, leave your land, leave your village, and go on exile, because they want to Islamize everybody. If he is telling you to your face today, how much more others? Do you know how much they have planned? Do you know how long they have cooked this plan? And this plan is being in progress, has been in progress rather, for a long period, and they are gradually getting there, which they have achieved a lot. The only thing holding them down today is the Biafra movement. The only thing holding them down today is the activities of comrades who are here, making sure we don't allow them conquer our home, our land. And because they know they could not just push the terrorists themselves, they had to now use the ones in army uniform and police uniform. And today they are somewhere in Osu, throwing bombs, shooting, and killing innocent citizens, innocent indigenes and Biafrans. Why? Because they are angry that we did not allow them have their way. And if not for the Biafran movement, if not for the Biafran Republic government in exile, by now, we in Biafra land would have been facing the same thing from their foot soldiers. What else do you want to happen before you learn, before you understand that you have been mapped out for total annihilation? They tried it during the genocidal war. They did not succeed. And now they are still bringing other tactics to see if they can succeed. To them, it is a task that must be completed. And to the ordinary, gullible Nigerian youth, it is all about, oh, it is bad politicians. It is bad policies. When will you learn? Now, today, we are talking about the battle going on in Biafra land. It is obvious they are not reporting it, but I'm very happy that they are still the ones crying. I saw the update today from the Zoo Chief of Defense Staff crying that he's going to avenge the deaths of soldiers who are killed. And I asked myself, why is it that this man did not mention the battleground where those soldiers were killed? So that we will know if there is any war they are fighting somewhere. If actually there is a war they were fighting somewhere, where is this war not announced on the zoo radio and television and newspapers? How can someone come and start lamenting the death of the soldiers, threatening to avenge them, and yet we don't know where you're fighting this war? Why are the so-called one Nigerians not asking, Musa, where are you fighting this war? Let us know. Where is this war really taking place that so many people are dead, and who are those that are dead that you want to avenge? It is because they are coming in secret to kill us, and the land is rising and fighting against them, and they are dying in their masses, including the foreign mercenaries that they have brought, including the Hamas terrorists that they have employed to come and kill us. They choose to do it in secret. They are also dying in secret, but they are coming publicly to cry. That is what Chukwuka Abiyama does. That is what the God of Biafra does. And that is how they will keep crying. Is to you, Nigerian. My call here is to you, because I heard some of them saying, oh, you know, the Igbos, the Igbos, the Igbos. And some of them who make these useless statements are always those from Igbo extraction. Biafrans have different languages. Biafra is not an Igbo nation. It is a nation of nations. Biafrans know themselves. It is not an Igbo agenda. It is not an Igbo movement. I'm just trying to correct those of them who always say, oh, the Igbos, the Igbos. Because whenever you are with them on space, that is the rubbish you hear. That is the nonsense that they keep spitting. Oh, we the Igbos. We are not talking about the Igbos again. We are talking about Biafrans as a whole, as a people. We are now saying enough is enough. Enough of Nigeria. We want to go. We want to be free. We are fighting to survive. Because now it is a fight for survival. We are no longer talking about marginalization. This is a fight to survive. For you to breathe this air the following day. For you to have an assurance that even when you're not there, your children will be alive in a safe territory, in a safe home, in a safe country, and they'll be allowed to breathe. That is what we are talking about. And these people always try to change the narrative. But I have a bad news for them. Biafra is at the verge of leaving the zoo. We are conducting our referendum, and very, very soon, we are going to declare the independent states known as the United States of Biafra. And there's nothing any Fulani man can do about it. There is nothing any terrorist can do about it. There is nothing any one Nigerian youth can do about it. Because we are set to go. And we are going. I thank you very much, my brother Sonny Akpawa, our minister. Thank you, Mazi Win-Win. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak. I yield the mic.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you. Mazi, okay, Mazi Godswill. Thank you so much for that submission. Of course, Musa will continue crying. That cry will not stop. And he's not going to stop until Biafra come. If he dares himself, let him go to Biafra land. Let him stop sending machineries, foreign machineries, Fulani, machineries, claiming to be Nigerian army and police. Let him himself go to Biafra land and fight the war. And then they will carry his body bag back to his family for burial. This time around is not this year. This is 2024. It's not 1963, 66, 67 to 1970. We are ready to die for what we believe. Nobody is bringing jihad to Biafra land. We say no to jihad. It can never come to Biafra land. No matter how many supporters they have all over the world. No matter how Islamic states in the world supports them. We are not going to give up our land, even an inch. We are not going to believe in what we never believed in. We are not going to practice any religion that kills. Always believe in killing. We are not going to succumb to any idiot saying this, deep Quran in Atlantic Ocean. We're not going to listen to anybody. We are armed and we will defend our land. All we need is your support, and that support must be done. It must be done. The reason why we are not in IDP camps, as they nickname it, is because of this support. Go to the north, go to Bruno, go to Benue State. You see so many displaced families living in misery. Those who cannot sit down and account for their family because of Fulani. It's not happening in Biafra land because of this government. We shall continue to support this government no matter what, because this government is what we've got to attest for. Fulani they have resulted in importing Hamas to the zoo. Nobody is saying anything. Zoo are quiet because they believe that Nigeria has been donated to Fulani. Biafrans have said no to that. These cowards, these Yoruba cowards, they can go and do whatever they like to do with their land. It's no longer our business. Our business is to protect Biafra land with all costs. We're not going to give our land to each of our land inch to any Fulani. Wherever you're coming from, come and you will die there. Your body will be placed on the main road and snapped, post on social media. Yorubas are very coward. That's why instead of saying the necessary thing, I saw Sheung of Channel Television talking nonsense. You are interviewing a renowned terrorist leader. Instead of you to be raising an alarm, finding way to get him arrested and then take him back to Israel to be publicly executed for crime against humanity, killing children, women, pregnant women for that matter. He has the guts to come to a national television so that 200 million zoological Nigerians will be watching him and then clapping for him. Shameless people. Biafra has come to stay. There is no two ways about it. We are not going to bow to any bagger. We are not going to retreat, neither to surrender to any idiot. We are armed and we are publicly saying it every day that we will defend our land. We will defend that land where our ancestors lived, and then proclaim our living for today. We are going to defend it. All we need is support. Gentle reminder, our Prime Minister will be coming to Africa today. Today, please, if you are in Africa, in Senegal, in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso, in Niger Republic, in Togo, in Burkina Faso, in Mali, if you are in Ivory Coast, you are in Liberia, you are in Sierra Leone, are you in Ghana, Benin Republic, are you in Cameroon, are you in Yaoundé, in Congo, wherever you are in Africa, please endeavor to be on air with our able minister, Sonny Abarawa, so that we can be able to welcome our Prime Minister. He's coming to Africa today, and we're going to at least shock him, because order of his visitation, I want this our Africa, he's coming to Africa to be in a different form. I want it to be more crowded. You can come with anything you have, questions or whatever, to welcome him. Let's welcome our Prime Minister in Africa for the first time. It's going to be a historic, coming. I want him to be more happier than he is, because indeed Africa is another thing altogether all over the world. But we are going to change this narrative. I want you to understand that Black people can never and will never see light without Biafra. Any airport you are traveling, for some of us who travel a lot, you are going to any airport at the port of entry carrying a zoological passport, your case will be different. And then it will be worse this year, 2024. You know why? Because you are aiding and abetting Hamas, a renowned terrorist leader. The whole world have seen the support Nigeria has pledged to Hamas. and then tomorrow you carry green water, green useless documents to a foreign land. Of course, your case will be different on the port of entry. They are going to pose question to you as a terrorist supporter, a terrorist that you are. Nigerian government is terrorist government, and there's no way, nothing anybody can say in the face of the world. If you are in Nigeria, you are regarded as a terrorist. I want you to sink into your skull that you are a terrorist in as much as you are in Nigeria. We say no to jihad. There will be no jihad in Biafra land. We would rather die than to allow ourselves to stoop so low to that nonsense. We're not going to take that nonsense. Please, if you want to speak, I want you to raise up your hands, because we'll soon round up. We have spent at least more than 3 hours here with our minister, so that he can go and rest for the preparation to welcome our prime minister. Okay, let's go to Lewen. Please unmute yourself and then speak to Biafrans. Thank you.
Good morning from my end here. Abu Minister, good morning. How are you doing, and how is everyone doing here? Please, I didn't have much thing to say. I just came on and I saw that there is a space on. Abu Minister of Information, I sent you a message. Please try and check it, please. There are some issues that I need help from you. Thank you.
Okay, I suggest you send him a DM.
Yeah,
if you have his contacts, you can reach him out.
I DM him already. The message is on there.
Okay, he will respond to you when he sees the message.
All right.
So, Kama is real. Do you have something else to say before we continue? Maybe Kama is asleep. Chuku, somebody, you are not raising up your hand. Chuku Meze.
Yeah,
Are you
just
here?
give me about 10 minutes, please. I'm taking care of
Okay.
something. Yeah.
It's all right. So, Emmanuel, gentle Biafra, Tusim, are you here? You want to speak to us? Okay. I don't know why, Emmanuel, you pick up the mic and you're not talking. What about Pato? Pato 11, are you here? X+, speak to us.
Very good.
Emmanuel, are you here? Okay. What about Pato? Okay. It seems they've just picked up mic without saying anything. And Kama is red. It's probably maybe sleeping. Who
I
wants to
want to
speak?
speak. Hello, guys. Well, quick
Okay.
question, please. I'm not Igbo, right? But I'm from Edo State, but I love the idea of Biafra. So, if we should join you guys, is that gonna be a good thing, or do you think that could work?
Which side of Edo are you from?
I'm from Owan.
You are from where?
Owan. Owan.
Okay. All right. So first of all, Owa means moon. Okay. So that's the meaning of Owa. And you are a Biafran. So you are a Biafran, and all you need to do is, wherever you are domiciled, whichever country you are, find Biafran Republic government in exile and then register. You have a stake there as a Biafran, and Biafrans need you wherever you are. If you can tell me where you are now, I'll tell you where to
I'm in
go.
Ohio.
And then
Ohio. You know Ohio.
you are where?
Ohio, USC. Ohio, USC.
Okay. Okay. Probably DM me or DM our information minister.
Okay.
He'll send you, our coordinator's number there.
Right, no problem.
The coordinator's number is here.
Because even me too, bro.
Chinwe
When I
is
get
here.
older, when I graduate from college, I would like to use my degree to come and develop the area too. Because since Nigeria is useless, at least all of us can innovate the place and have a better country somewhere.
Yes. Our minister just said that the coordinator's number is here. He's going to send it to you.
King
Endeavor.
Clef. King Clef,
Okay.
can you see Chinwe here? Can you see Chinwe?
No, I can't see her.
Check the space. You see Chinwe.
Okay.
Chinwe is having a profile photo that shows
Okay, I found it.
Message Chinwe. She's the coordinator of Ohio.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Win-Win. I think that should be your last speaker. So give the closing remark. Let us wrap it up, please.
Okay. Thank you, Biafrans, for being here this night. Thank you so much. Kama Israel is almost sleeping. I don't know. I've been calling him. I want to say a very big thank you to each and every one of you. My brother Frank, David, I love each and every one of you. Thanks, Nonso. Thank you so much for coming. One thing is common here. What we need is support, financial support to quench these jihadists. We are not going to allow them to come to Biafra land. Never. We are going to support this government with the last drop of the blood running in our vein. We are going to support this government because that is our government and that's what we hope for. That's our tomorrow. That's our hope. Zoo has collapsed and they can never rise again. What we need is a new nation, new currency, new, brain, everything new, in fact, to re-strategize on how to rebuild our family and our generation. What Nigeria has cost to each and every one of us shall be a history. Nigeria has fallen and we never rise up again. I want to thank each and every one of you. My minister, God bless you for hosting this space this night. And I say, may Chukwu Abiyama bless you, strengthen you. May God shower his blessings upon you.